bait. Ambessa gets locked in. Thoughts about Ambessa for the, like, do you have enough setup here for Ambessa or it doesn't matter?
I mean, the matchup is kind of rough for Ambessa.
Yeah.
If Ramel plays good, I mean, he should have like 600 gold lead in this matchup.
Like, nothing has really happened. There's a 1.2k gold lead for Encoy. Like, I think that says a lot about where the game is going.
But is that because of jungle, or like, is it a problem with picking Mundo in this draft?
No, this is
alien it for Encoy, and now wherever you want to, you kind of just swap. Hang on, Ice.
Oh my god, yeah, he stood around the corner thinking he's okay. Deadly Flourish dodged away by Mirwin, but he's at full HP.
Yeah, I was going to say Ice.
Equalizer, Ice stepped up to that.
First top laner's hard. I think it gets a little tough. Heretics, though, understand that they can move into position here with the push that they had, so they will get the dragon.
But they lose turret for it, top.
Yeah,
Dagger.
Heretics can't really contest.
It does just feel like, again, those dragons, while it does slow the game down, while it gives Heretics some leverage. Tempered Fate stops the Herald charge. It's nice from Wei, and good for Heretics, all things considered. As Deadly Flourish finds Elyoya, a briefcase gets sent out, and the Herald not opening up mid. It's a breath of fresh air, but Super's just been ordering it the whole time, and as I say that, the 80 carry from him.
And Heretics can't control both spaces at once. They can't protect blue and also defend that bot lane.
Seren just got chunked out, and he's got low mana, so he can only Emperor's Divide and maybe full commit. The shifting sands on the way out will be an afterthought as Douglas sets himself up. There's Jojo again, fake sealed, right into Seren. He gets clapped down as the first victim of the fight as Trayson equalized it on, flashed away, but he's ticking, he's burning. He gets hit by Elyoya from a spear from downtown. Team Heretics have lost two, and Encoy is just that damn strong.
Trayson gave his life to try and stop that equalizer from ripping through Heretics, but it still wasn't enough. It's two now going over. The push that we talked about on bot lane is happening, and Encoy are taking over this game slowly but surely.
Jojo was slick with that. He just saw Seren and said, yep, that's a free target, and he took the kill with ease. This turret will crest
the equalizer ends up just turning onto him and bringing him down instead.
And 3-0 at 19 minutes. Mirwin might be caught out though, so maybe finally a kill over to Team Heretics. Douglas is going to get the flash out of him. Tempered Fate not going to connect, but instead the curtain call does. Shut down.
This is what we're talking about. They keep these waves pushed in, and even though they lost the first two dragons, it now becomes incredibly difficult for Heretics to rely on this Bard ultimate to hit, but as you can see, that's not really a easy thing to do.
Karen's going to look for the all-in. Emperor's Divide onto Mirwin, and there's good damage coming out of this here with Protobelt and his Nashers. He's just going to waddle away. Mirwin tries to get into Fog of War. He dies. Equalizer in the end does nothing, and Seren with a kill is good. Heretics are fighting back and finding Mirwin a second time.
Honestly, I thought Mirwin was just going to turn and take the... So I think MKOI still getting map pressure. It's some small win for Seren.
It's got to be. I mean, at this point, you're going to take whatever you... We talked to Nako about scaling, and as you just kind of reiterated, like, he was concerned about the Caitlyn and the Yone, but I will say one thing, Dagda. If Seren can find a multi-man ult somehow, some way, with Wei's now joined in, he's got his Temper Fate available once again, looking for a target while Jojo is pushing down the bot lane, but that equalizer was nasty. Oh, Ice stepped on the hot coals and his feet are burned. Mirwin gets the first kill. Ice is out of the fight. Trayson's in the middle of it, and he doesn't want to be there. Look at the engage. Encoy's follow-up from Elyoya was perfect, with Jojo lining the middle. 3 in the dirt, and Heretics, all of a sudden, the game goes back to being lost.
All right, we have 8 kills. If one more kill goes down, it is a tie for the lowest kill game. But we have to see if Encoy... I don't think they're in a position to just close this one out, though.
Temper Fate stops the turret push, but the minion wave is still there, getting confused. It goes ungolden. Inhibitor turret going to drop, but nothing more. Baron going to be the next turn for Encoy, and man, one fell swoop just as Team Heretics looked like they were slowing down the game. And we're back to square one.
Yeah, I think it's the 3 item completions across the board. Encoy were like, screw it, lads. We're in such a strong position. Let's just close this one out. Nearly to game.
True. No engage. Comps go for a while. Fate seal it a whiff. Now, that's not really a cage or banana, but that is pretty close to a fruit. As Tempered Fate, Elyoya caught out. Maybe a pick here for Team Heretics. Fans getting excited in the audience, but they're going to do damage first. Emperor's Divide did nothing. Seren was scared. Deadly Flourish keeps the play in place. Super steps up to get the turret, but he takes half his HP in the process. But still, Heretics are losing out once again on the traders. Jojo steps on up onto Wei. The damage is great. He gets some more Mortal Steel down as the wave is at least cleared. So Heretics have a moment of respite, but they're going to go back to their base as Encoy look for the next wave to channel in.
So Encoy, I think, just get to play it slow. They have not tried to play it slow, but they can't just take this in their face.
Equalizer, it's great. Ice again in the wrong space. Public execution is buffered. LUA gets a chance, but then he puts up the shield. In the middle of it, he gets a trade before he dies himself. A 1-for-1, but Heretics still have to go back to base again. Inhibitor's going to drop down, and yay, LUA is dead. But the problem is that Ice just keeps getting bullied every time Encoy press go.
Yeah, I mean, Heretics can't really play the game at this stage. Wei is, you know, showing them the door, but maybe slammed on his fingers.
Look at Jojo. He's going to get a whiff again, but it doesn't really matter. He's got all the shielding in the world thanks to Alvaro as Dragon's up.
It's no way Heretics come back in this.
I mean, for Alvaro, I wonder how much fun he's having with the game, Dagda, because he is a karma. He's not shielding like a front line. He's just shielding everyone. Like, he's kind of whatever. Just stay away from my carry. Says Jojo's engaged. Wade dies in an instant. And that's a good fate sealed. Okay.
Jojo flashed after he got out.
He was scared of the Jhin, I guess. I'm not sure.
I think it was the Wolf, personally.
It was the Wolf, yeah. Full
it
HP.
is a big Wolf.
He was scared. There's the engage again. Now they're all down for Encoy, but I think they've found enough to finally end this game. They will not get the lowest kill game of the split. But from start to finish, Encoy have dominated as Ice has to flash back to the safety of his fountain. Encoy, as a group of 5, are going to face the curtain call. That does no damage at all. And LUA with a GA isn't even threatened. Jojo steps up again. Seren just dies. He doesn't even get to use the Emperor's Divide. And on the fountain, Team Heretics will run. But Encoy, a dominant game from start to finish, puts faith in the Spanish fans. And this one, bit of a snoozer for the Heretics fans, but at least it's a best of 3, Dagda.
Yeah, and at least they got the GA from LUA.
Yay.
As copper of a lining as that is. But you can see there, Encoy, like into the mid lane, TF can pop. Well, actually, it's decent in the twisted phase. It just means that later on it can be a little bit annoying because TF can pop the ultimate to spot you.
What if you run TF top instead, Dagda?
No, I think it like...
Renekton me.
I mean...
Feels kind of nice because Yunara can just use that stun and then pop off with some good
it's
trades.
It's also the W slow from Yunara sets you up, but here we go, trades.
Encoy did jump in onto this. He's looking for an angle. 3 Talon Strikes going to get the knock up. Douglas in a good spot. Encoy has to flash out, and Wei's now here, threatening the rebirth. He'll jump into egg form, but Douglas matches and gets first blood. A second short to come as Elyoya's got no escape, but Douglas now has run out of juice. Audacious charge. There's the Anivia. There's the Anivia. Super flashes out, gets a kill on his own, and we already have more.
He kind of said it at the start of the game 1. Like, Douglas has kind of been brought into a couple of different teams now to be cover, but here we go.
Let's pause, looking for the Anivia gold card on the bird that doesn't have the ultimate, rather passive available, so no rebirth. Alvaro gets the kill, and there's something about
this wave completely getting frozen on him, but I think it, well, won't be his ice is actually going to clear it out, but I think that was why he was kind of looking at it going, oh, if I don't take... Wait a second.
What the hell? Flashes over into Fog of War, misses the Flash Frost, there's the Crystallize, goes into the egg. Wei's got help though. Maybe it's a bait. Flash for the egg is a genius play as Douglas waiting for the audacious...
Pushed Mirwin out of the Flash Frost.
Yeah.
And that was the third one.
That was the third one. Douglas going to pick up the grub, so... You know, for Encoy, they are losing a little bit in this top side because of it. But that's just Douglas's early pressure coming from this Sin Zhao. We're going to get a cancel back here from Alvaro, I believe. Glitterlance onto Wei. Bird has been found. Flash Frost comes out and he sends out a Frostbite, but...
I
need to see that replay, please. We need to see it. We're back to blue buff, though. This is where it all started from Team Heretics. Now you're doing it again.
Good wall.
It's a flag and drag. It is a really good one. Douglas caught up. Crescent Guard won't save his life. And the smite gives the blue buff to Elyoya. Jumping in Seren. Wild growth. The flash away from the Cataclysm, or excuse me, from the Counter-Strike. And Seren gets out, gets Alvaro on the way out.
You just keep track now of Wei in the walls, right? As maybe a play on top side.
Douglas is here. Mirwin's already sliced and diced. Counter-Strike not going to connect, but Tracy's got the damage down. No Trinity Force, but it's enough into dominance. Douglas finds him. 3 Talon Strike about to get the knock up. There it is, but not enough just yet. Flag and drag misses, so no knock up there either. But the Crescent Guard saves the life of Douglas with the gold card. Won't mean anything. Jojo has to flash away, but it's followed up again. Double stun. A double over to Trayson as well. And Team Heretics found that fun.
At least keep it in touching distance, and there is some nice wins for them, especially in this bottom side. There's the wall.
Yeah, Wade decided to step on up, but he's got the egg, so he feels comfortable. Glacial Storm is there, but there's a knock-up. Destiny going to be used well. Douglas caught out, has to go with the audacious charge. Wild Growth knocks him up, but he's in the middle of 4. Douglas will die. There goes Seren once again in the backline, but he gets polymorphed. Goes into the shroud, finds Super, gets out again. He repeats the plays. Team Heretics are now launching onto Elyoya from the backline.
So it has helped out a ton for Heretics. Dragon now for them as well. The counterplay, they're looking.
Both AD carries are pretty strong right now. Obviously, Super feels fine. Mirwin sliced and diced into that. Trayson's going to take the ulti. Ruthless Predator's good, but Long Con is always going to work out for Trayson here. As in the river, they're going to fight as well. Crystallized out, the Flash Frost, and sending everything in. Wade's going to go into the egg form to start the fight off. Wild Growth probably saved Super as Douglas went in, but now he's just in the middle of the fight. A Renekton jumps in, jumps out, while Ice takes in Elyoya from the back end. He decided to ulti, and he ran at the Jarvan to get the only kill of the fight.
And I mean, for Ice, it's huge. Jojo just going to keep pushing on this bottom side to look to take this turret, but you're still getting Rift Herald and kills for Ice, plus this potentially to go down as... Actually, hang on, Douglas needs help.
Yeah, he does indeed. He's got an audacious charge, looks for some healing, but Mirwin just sets up this kill with ease. Doing the Herald, trying to be sneaky, and Mirwin punishes him.
All right, good read from Mirwin. Didn't realize how low Douglas was as he went in towards the pit, so...
Bird still.
Not going to be it, but I think this is going to help out a lot for Supa, because it still gives time. Seren barely gets out, but we're back to mid. There's that charge.
Gold card did get away the cleansers. Cataclysm follow-up is fantastic from Elyoya, but the Flash Frost, oh my god! Wade just equalized the kill. Destiny out from Jojo as Seren jumps in. 2 members to kill, 2 members to look at. There's the start of the public execution, rather perfect as Gold card will save Super's life. Still jumping in is Seren. Sure, it can flip, but it won't be taken. Again, another good stun. Wade.
To try and play through their solo lanes, but you can see now, had good ways to play through their solo lanes, but you can see like Mirwin getting that kill on towards Douglas, now this push on the mid wave, which is easier then for Supa because he knows that he can have his flanks warded and can continue to keep pressure, which is making it more difficult now for Heretics to contest, like Mountain Dragon, which was just taken, especially as Jojo is able to match the Jax, but now the Jax is TP'd in behind.
Yeah, it's a deep TP. Mirwin gets a half HP, but the fight is already going pear-shaped for Team Heretics. Their jungler just dead. He went in for the contest, but the TP hadn't finished yet. Now that Trayson's here with Wade looking for the flank as well, Heretics think, okay, yeah, there's an angle, but Ice just gets ulti by Elyoya. MKOI are picking apart the pieces of the fight as well.
And the fights are going their way. What had started off as a little glimmer of hope for Heretics with a 300 gold lead has suddenly ballooned to a 3. Still, this is, again, Supa clears wave to have everyone shift down. Yep. Seren immediately needs to clear the wave. He's looking for the fight, but I don't think he wants it.
Sure can flip onto Jojo. Gold card gets him. Started the perfect execution. Destiny out. Over the wall. He gets out. Crystallize won't help out as Elyoya flag and drags in. Supa now runs on up, but against an ice wall lane 2 greatest. Douglas use that opportunity, but he gets Wild Growth. Supa and Alvaro just walk away. Douglas crescent guards. That helps him survive as Wade flashes over the wall. Trayson running for his life through the choke as Mirwin now teleports in. Douglas even flashes through. Any amount of semblance of control of Team Heretics is just gone.
And Jojo even reset to now push mid. So MKOI want to try and put pressure everywhere across the board. And it's Seren trying desperately.
The ulti. He teleported for that, look for an opportunity now for MKOI. They're like, let's turn the play. Look for Ice in the mid wave. There's the flag and drag. Cataclysm forts out that Arclight of Ruin, that Transcendence against the wall. Elyoya is going to be slowed down. Maybe an opportunity for Team Heretics as Elyoya flashes. Well, let's see their final stand, because we talked about it earlier. If Heretics lose this, they're in the wayside. Ulti onto Supa. Wild Growth keeps him alive, but Trayson jumps in for this. Flash over the wall. Boomerang Blade. Supa's out. Redemption's going to come on in. Heals up Elyoya. Trayson at half HP after the players. Mirwin's going to join in.
With the jungler.
Yeah, you're right. And we still got Torrent's Blade. Got a bit of sustaining with red buff. No problem whatsoever. Even after that chunk.
Baron, but for that, they really need a pick to happen.
Destiny, ice in the face, but Jojo's okay. He's from Canada. He's used to the cold weather. Crystallize, the flash over the wall, gold card, and Elyoya just waits on the other side. The bird is definitely not the word today as Cataclysm lands on Wade's head. Gold card, and insult to injury as Wade drops.
Hey, this is going to be their moment to keep an eye on them.
Yep.
Because they do have the likes of Giant X, KC, and G2 still to play.
Yep, there it is.
Well, here we go. TP.
How confident are you in this play? Mirwin's got Dominus. The TP from Seren has been committed. Elio is going to flag and drag. They find Seren with the gold card. He goes golden. Jojo going to reposition here. Well, meanwhile, Trayson so far deep. It ain't going to work out. Seren's already dead before the play continues any further. Trayson runs into a boomerang, and Super brings it right back. Gold card from range. Gets way, and with no egg available, all he can rely on is a wall, is a bit of flash frost. There's the said wall, but a Renekton in the way as well. Elio looking for the chase, and Super boomerang blade almost kills the bird where he stands, or rather flaps. Encoy, 9,000 gold, and a Baron now to move to with ease.
Yeah, they're just going to crack open the turrets first, and then they'll move over. But the solo laners from Heretics completely isolated, but Douglas now looking at Mirwin, who's isolated. Don't think he has the follow-up just yet, though.
Don't know. Mirwin doesn't have ulti, but 2-item Renekton. Yeah, he can press W. Douglas going to keep chasing this up, but Baron is definitely going down. He flashes for it. Audacious charge. There's the Sterax. Slice and dice. Chilling smite. Now, after Wind becomes lightning, there will be another audacious charge.
Ult is up, though.
He's got a turret. There's Dominus. Crescent Guard was used. Way's now coming in. Teleport there. Mirwin's just standing. Did Mirwin just TP to that turret? Mirwin was the one that teleported to that turret.
Yeah, I think he wanted the shield. He wanted the shield. For the TP, if he can complete it.
That, or he wanted to insult them, Dagda. Either one works. Either one works. A shutdown over to Heretics, but they got to get out of here. Turret's not worth it anymore. Bird dead again. Now for MKOI, the chase will continue. Teleport flank to try and end this series right here and now. Gold card looking for Ice. Will find its target as he cleanses away. Left alone is Douglas, and he too drops over to Super as Elioya finally closed the gap on top of Ice. Trayson just has to walk away, waddle away as Seren decided to get mid lane turret.
It'll actually stop them having a wave to end on unless they can end through this bottom side. It is with Baron, and there is only 2 members of Heretics. MKOI, can they end on this push?
Well, we've had reservations about MKOI, but I think this series is going to tell us a lot as they might be answering that question too. Dagda Wave's coming up in 3 seconds. Gold card at extended range. Counter-Strike going to block that one there. Trayson goes in for the stun on Elioya. Cataclysm hit 3 members though. And right in, Super. All he has to do is auto and stand his ground. In the Thunderdome they stand, and MKOI had no problem running into Heretics today in what has been an under 1 hour series, I feel, or close to. Domination as Heretics on their last legs in the LEC spring had to face up against the Spaniards, who have so much reputation on the line. A Nexus Bear, Heretics will not be spared. And MKOI, as they go on a week break, will remind the LEC that they're still top dogs.
Playing with the fruit a little bit at the end here. Jojo?
Okay.
Now saying end the game, 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 please.
Hey, we got there. Jojo will survive. And that